You used to love being around people, the noise, the gatherings, the conversations. You thrived in all of it. But somewhere along the way, something shifted. Now the same people feel draining. Same conversations feel hollow. And you've just started wondering, if something is wrong with you. There isn't. In fact, according to Carl Jung, what you're experiencing is one of the most important signs that your psychological transformation is working exactly as it should. Carl Jung spent his entire life studying what happens when a person begins to wake up, not in a vague spiritual sense, but in the deepest psychological sense. He called this process individualization. And one of the most consistent signs of individualization, documented across thousands of his patients, is this. You stop needing people the way you used to. And for many, you stop wanting them altogether. Today, we're going to break down exactly why this happens, what it means about where you are in your awakening, and why Jung believed it was not a tragedy, but a graduation. Point 1. The first reason this happens is something Jung called the dissolution of the persona. The persona is the mask you wear in social situations. It's a version of you that laughs at jokes you don't find funny, agrees with opinions you don't actually hold, and performs the role of friend, colleague, or family member exactly the way people around you expect. For most of your life, that mask kept you safe. It earned you belonging. But the moment your individualization begins, the moment your true self starts to emerge, the persona starts to crack. And when the persona cracks, the social game stops working. What used to feel like connection now feels like performance. What used to feel like friendship now feels like mutual pretending. And you can't go back to pretending once you've seen it for what it is. Point 2. The second reason is what Jung called the encounter with the shadow. The shadow is a part of you that society taught you to hide. Your anger, your ambition, your need for solitude, your refusal to be ordinary. For decades, you suppressed these parts to keep the people around you comfortable. But spiritual awakening forces the shadow into the light. And when that happens, something strange occurs. The people who needed you small become unbearable to be around. Not because they changed, but because you finally stopped lying to yourself about what the relationship was costing you. Jung was very clear about this. He wrote that the most difficult part of individualization is not the inner work. It's tolerating the social consequences of it. Point 3. The third reason is a concept Jung called the change in the center of gravity. Before awakening, most people's center of gravity The thing they orbit their lives around is external. It's other people, their opinions, their approval, their presence. This is normal. It's how society is designed. But individualization shifts that center of gravity inward. You stop needing external validation because you found something inside yourself that feels more real and more stable than anything outside could ever be. And when that shift happens, the pull of social interaction weakens naturally. It's not that people become less important. It's that solitude becomes sacred in a way you never understood before. Point 4. The fourth reason is energetic incompatibility. This is the one Jung's patients described as the most unsettling. You haven't changed your social circle on purpose, but somehow the conversations that used to flow now feel like speaking a different language. The topics people want to discuss, gossip, complaints, surface level problems, create a kind of friction in you that didn't used to be there. Jung described this as the psyche becoming more discriminated as it matures. Your nervous system has been rewired by your inner work, and it now responds differently to different kinds of people. Those who are doing their own work, asking deeper questions, pursuing growth, you feel drawn to them immediately. Everyone else feels like static. Point 5. The fifth reason is the most important one, and Jung spent much of his later work writing about it. He called it the confrontation of the self. At a certain stage of individualization, you begin to encounter something that feels much larger than your personality, a deeper layer of consciousness that Jung identified as the self with a capital S. This encounter is so profound, so interior, so unlike anything in ordinary social life, that the outer world simply cannot compete with it. Mystics across history describe this as the inner marriage, the meetings of the soul within something divine within itself. And the process is active. Solitude is not a preference, it's a necessity. Your psyche is doing something it cannot do with noise around it. If you've been feeling the pull away from people, understand this. You are not becoming antisocial. You are becoming authentic. You are not losing your connection to humanity. You are losing your tolerance for the counterfeit version of. Carl Jung believed that the person who has the courage to complete individualization, who is willing to lose the relationships that no longer serve their growth, becomes something rare, a fully integrated human being. Not perfect, not isolated, but real. And the right people, the ones who can meet you where you actually are, will find you. They always do. If this video resonated with you, it's because You're already in this process. Drop a comment below. How has your awakening changed your social life? I read every single one. And if you want to go deeper into Carl Jung's teachings on individualization, manifestation, and the psychology of transformation, subscribe and stay close. The next video goes even deeper. Don't stop here. YouTube has another video waiting for you right now. See you there.